This is one for the ASMR fans. I kind of set on fire. I don't care what anyone says, that is the smell of the summer. Yeah, we're getting a bit low on silage. That, ladies and gentlemen, is all the silage we've got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bales. 9 bales of silage. That's it. So we've been trying to bulk it out a little bit with some straw for the last couple of days just to eke it along. But we've got a plan. We have a plan. We've got a little bit of silage that we can go and take. It's getting ahead of cows. Not main silage, not main cut. We've got, oh my God, we got some main cut to do. But we have got a bit we can go and take, then bring it back into rotation because it's just getting a bit, it's just too long for cows. We can have that. Hopefully it'll eke this out a little bit longer. I know we had a long winter, but it's just been absolutely crazy, the amount of food that they've had. I'm gonna have a serious rethink about how we do things for next year. I've kind of had a bit of an epiphany. I don't know if we'll talk about that today, but we're definitely gonna do something different because we cannot keep just chucking food down the neck like we do. Anyway, we've got a little bit of feeding to do, and then we're gonna go start do some mowing. Still get loads of questions about the forage rice silage. One thing I will say is that over the last couple of months, it's really started to sort of degrade a little bit in the heap. I know I've only got these last few, and they've not been terrible. I mean, that's quite a nice bale, that one. That one's not so good. I spoke to somebody about it, and they think that part of the issue is when you're baling it, there's that much bulk in those bales that you can't get enough air out of them. Early season, they're phenomenal. As the year goes on, they get a little bit worse. Still analysed really well, but they just don't look quite as nice. I would also encourage anybody who is thinking of making forage rice silage, make sure if you don't think you're going to use it super quick, like within 6 or 8 months, put more wrap on it, because we found that it kind of, yeah, could have done with probably another couple of layers of wrap. But like I say, 9 bales left. It's not the end of the world for us. This is one for the ASMR fans. My mum's gonna be fuming, look at this. Oh, best not bring that in the house. Right, let's put mower on. Still rocking the one mud guard, obviously. Whoop. Turn her off for the PTO shaft, one for the safety fans. Seen some nutter on, it was like a reel or whatever, I don't know, one of them short things. It was taking the PTO shaft off whilst it was spinning, just to prove he could do it. God, some people have got death wish. Let's just check the mower blades. Oh yeah, they look pretty alright actually. Sharper than I remember them. That saves me a job. I think someone's excited to go mowing. What's up with you? What's up with you? Hey? Sergeant must be fun because that dog don't run for nothing. Last time we checked, there was about 5 tons of dry matter on this field. And that's just a bit too much for cows to go into. Really, like, we want 3's nice, 3.5's great. Any more than that, you're starting to get a bit too much. That's why the mower's coming out. If you remember correctly, I had to do some modifications to the mower before we put it away. A few little bits that broke, so should be in good nick, he says. Lovely stuff. There we go, knocked it down. Normally I'd drop it real wide in a swath because we're going to rake it up, but because it's only this bit, it's what, 4 acres or something like that, we're just going to bale it straight out of the swath behind the mower because it's not worth my time to dig the rake out of the shed, even though it could do with a wash, and I haven't washed it yet, but I will wash it before we use it. I'm promising this time. I didn't last year and I should have done. This should be enough now to tie us over for a week or two, just until we get into like the main block of silage, whilst we get stuff ready for like AI and whatever else, because this was going to be kept originally for AI in. So obviously the yard is just over there, as you can see. We can get back to the yard dead easy, and we're going to bring the cows close to the yard ready to do some AI, but it got ahead of us, so you know, it is what it is. We got 15 acres of herbal lay shut up for silage there, 13 acres of white clover lay shut up for silage there. We've got another 17 acres of herbal lay shut up, and 11 acres of red clover shut up for silage that needs doing. We've got 36 acres shut up for hay, and then we have got another 10 acres of deferred grass at the minute in front of the cows, which is getting a bit ahead of them. And we've got plenty of mowing to get done. This should be enough now just to give us a bit of time so that we've got some to feed before we get onto that main silage block, because that's gonna be a big job when we get onto that. So it's now the next day. Grass has had like 24 hours now to wilt. Took the mower off, and I'm blowing up my lovely no mudguard tyre. This is the one that always goes down. I don't know why it always goes down. We've never really got to the bottom of it, it just always has. Part of me thinks there's a crack in the rim. We've never been able to solve it. We've had the tyre off a million times, we just can't find it. But it doesn't go down fast enough to be a real issue. It's just an annoyance. I'm gonna go put the baler on. We're gonna go and get this stuff baled up. So we've now got 1 day's worth of silage left. So, like last year, we're cutting it pretty fine. 18, that'll do. There we go. Now, I would just like to point out for all the draw bar fans out there, the baler is on one. And we all know what that means. 1, 2, 3. I'm not even going to try and make an excuse for that. 1 day, people. 1 day. So many pipes. I think the long one on the bottom. Just kind of guessing because I don't do this usually. Electrics to the cab, you into the dump valve. I think that's right. Now for the roll of net wrap. Over the top, which is that way round. Right, so that's this way. Under that roller, over that roller. Trap you up, bring you down. Just go down the field. Grass is fair dry. A bit green underneath, but not too shabby. Hopefully I can remember how to use this baler. I used to do all the baling when I was younger, when I was a kid, but I don't do it anymore. So it's now Dad's job, but I've just hopped on here for the day. This is the honey though, that baler. I used to bale on a New Holland 5, I want to say like a 540. I'm not sure if that was right. 540, it could be right. And then that one kind of like, I kind of sat on fire. Baling straw behind the neighbour's big combine. Sat on fire one day. I must have been like 13, definitely 13. That one burnt out. Then we bought another New Holland. We had a BR 640 or 644, something like that. That was a good baler, had loads of electrical issues. Then we swapped that in and bought this thing. And this has been a pretty good baler, to be fair. Newness is wearing off a little bit, but makes a cracking bale. Can't beat a McHale. Crawford, if you're watching this, don't buy anything other. Buy a McHale. You'll be disappointed in everything else. Or, unless you're going to buy brand new. The new Postager does look good. I've not seen it running, but it does look good. But yeah, just get yourself a McHale. You'll love it. That pickup down, turn her on. No squeaking or anything, so guess we're just going to try. Oh, coming up towards the moment of truth now. Let's just hope that net wrap goes on, because I hate having to try and get the bloody things working when they're rusty. We always sump oil it. It's always been sump oiled when we put it away. Come on, girl. Come on. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Ugh. It has gone on, but it's ripped it. Can we just say one thing? The smell. That is, I don't care what anyone says, that is the smell of the summer. Oh, you cannot beat freshly cut grass. If ASMR was a smell, is it a smell? I don't know. But if it was, that would be the smell. That would be the one everyone went for. Let's see. Come on, girl. Take her in. Oh, it's just ripped it again. What is going on? Maybe third time lucky. Yeah, boy! Now we're rocking and rolling. Woo! Oh, even the dog's excited. There we go. First bale of Silage 2024. Oh, it wasn't too painful.
You got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat. Tested by the motion. Loving this devotion. Live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this.
Had a bit of trouble with the knife dropping in, which I was putting down some mechanical issues because it worked like a cog in that motor there. Turns out not to be mechanical issues, it was an electrical issue, just not one thing connecting in the box, which that was easy enough to fix, just give it a wriggle. And then I had to, there's like two spreader rollers, that one there and that one there. And I had to take it off the bottom spreader roller because it wouldn't pull around both. I think like the rust was just holding it up. And then when, you know, we get onto the main lot of silage, once it's kind of got rid of that rust, we'll stick it around both of them. The job will be a good one. That was the dump. That one is the power. Lights. Let's go. I should keep it tight. Look at that. Oh, like clockwork. Does anyone else run one of these McHale 991s? That's right, 991. Yeah, 991 high speeds with the twin spools. If you do, let me know in the comments what number of rotations you do on your wraps, because we bought this second hand and it was always set up to do 8 rotations, which when we come to think of it is like not enough wraps, but we've only ever done 8 because that's what the people who had it before us had it on, and like that's what you do, right? You just leave it on what it was sat on. It was always been all right on the grass, but on the forage rye, I feel that part of the reason why some air is getting into them now is because we didn't quite have enough wrap on them. So I've upped it to 12, which in my mind is 24 rotations on a normal wrapper, and therefore should, in theory, be 6 layers of wrap. Is that right? Anyway, that's what I've done. Hopefully that'll work better. There we go, last one wrapped up. There wasn't many of them. The eagle-eyed of you will have noticed Dad in the background scurrying around and taking a few unwrapped bales into the yard, because there's no point in wrapping the ones that we're going to use fairly imminently. That kind of ran almost too smoothly. If I'm honest, I was expecting a few more teething issues than that, but happy days, can't complain. Makes me excited for like the proper first cut. Right, I'm going to go and drop this back in the shed and then put the tractor away. Happy days. Oh, whilst I think about it, my friend Pete Cullum is raising money for charity by doing this charity walk from Sheffield Children's Hospital to Holme Pierre Point at Nottingham on the 2nd of June into the 3rd of June. He's doing it overnight, and he's doing it to raise some money for an amputation charity because Pete's son Rory had his leg amputated following some complications with sepsis when he was 3 weeks old. So it was quite a big deal, and Rory's now 3, and he actually shares a birthday with my son Freddie, which makes it even better because what a day to have a birthday. Pete and his brother-in-law, and hopefully I'll get to join them for some of it, if not all of it, gonna walk 42 miles from Sheffield to Nottingham, and then they're going to do this sponsored walk at Nottingham as well. It's an amazing cause. If you have the ability to spare some money, I don't want to be begging, but I'm going to drop the link in the description down below. Go down there and give as much as you can. It'd be amazing to help raise some money for it, because it's a really deserving charity. Rory's an incredible boy, and what Pete's doing is amazing. He tries to raise some money every year, and it's a really worthwhile cause. Anyway, whatever you get up to this weekend, thanks for joining me with Silage. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da! Hey, if you haven't seen it already, why not check out this video, or you can subscribe by clicking on that logo. Alternatively, head to www.bodysfarm.com where you can read more about the farm, check out some blog posts, or treat yourself to some of the amazing clothing that we wear here every single day. Cheers!